Hey guys, it's Wolf here. This is going to be extremely important video, so make sure that you watch this video. I'll try to make it as quick as possible because I respect your time, so let's get into it. So the reason I'm recording this video right now is I want to help you to understand why the markets go to such lengths. Like we have like massive upside, like crazy extreme, bullishness, and then we have crazy extreme bearishness, and then again we have crazy extreme bullishness, and then again we have crazy extreme bearishness. Like why is that? Why that happens? If we know that the pattern loops, like, but why does it keep looping? The reason why it loops is because the markets are humans. This is just like representation of what humans do. So in the short term, okay, the markets are voting machines, so people vote with their wallets, and in the long term, it's a weighing machine. So the board protocols and the businesses that have real weight, provide real value, real user adoption, real cash flow, they will go up. Okay. But that doesn't explain like why we have such extremes, like massive bullishness and massive bearishness. The reason we have massive bullishness and massive bearishness is because we have cognitive biases in our brain. So basically, what that means is that throughout evolution, as humans have evolved, we had to make tons of decisions. Like think about your life. When you wake up, you have to make decisions. Do you wake up or do you go back to sleep? You know, or are you watching this video right now, or will you stop watching this video right? You constantly make decisions, okay? And those decisions alter your life, like where your life is going, right? Because if you choose to, just sit and do nothing, well, that leads to the outcome of you getting nothing, because you only get what you deserve, right? Because you get what you put in, okay? That's the law of the universe, okay? But as we have evolved, we had to make tons of decisions as a human, as species. Okay, so we had to make decisions. Do we eat this berry? Do we mate with this person? Do we go hunting? But like whatever you do, so there's tons of these decisions that we had to make. And the decisions, when you make a decision, it always requires energy again, because you can't get nothing out of nothing. You have to put energy in your brain and your body. You have to eat food so you can produce energy and you can produce outcomes, right? um so because energy never dies, it just goes on and on. It just changes its form. Now, as we need tons of energy, when there was not industrialism, or basically when we were hunter and gatherers, there wasn't tons of food. So which means that our brain, because of lack of food, our brain came up with like these basically levers that it uses to make decisions easier. For example, let me show you. We have, for example, this one bias here is that if there's a reward, like think about, like if there's like carrot, we are more likely to go there, or because our brain is like, yeah, we need food, let's eat that. For example, I understand what I'm saying. So this is kind of like, it makes decisions easier. So there's 25 of these biases, and they bear on our brain constantly. So that's why, for example, see, like some people are so freaking fat that they can't even get out of their bed. It's because they have 25 cognitive bias in their brain, and the old like reptilian brain is just bounding the reward to them, okay, and bounding this extreme outcome. So that the same extreme outcome shows in the markets. Now, as the markets get harder and harder and harder, people have Lollapalooza effect bearing on their brain, which means that they have over 5 of these cognitive biases bearing on our brain, which results in extreme outcomes. You can see the tendency to get extreme confluences of psychological tendencies acting in favor of particular outcome. Okay, so that's why we have extremes, is because of like literally just evolution and biology. It's not logical to get these like bull and bear markets. It's not logical. It's 100% emotional. And these are, by the way, emotional biases that are. We have 3 parts of our brain. We have reptilian brain, then we have neo-mammalian brain, and then mammalian brain. Okay, so basically, it's like so we have the first part of our brain is at the back of our head. In reptilian brain, it's like fight or flight, sex, and all this kind of like stuff, like very like, and safety, basically family safety and stuff like that. Then we have social brain, is basically you care of, that's why you buy BMW, you want to buy a Gucci bag, and you want to have iPhone to show other people, because we are social creatures. And then we have the prefrontal cortex, which is logical brain, and that's basically when the message gets like That's the last place the message gets. So the message starts with the reptilian brain, aka cognitive biases, and then it goes through social brain, and then it goes to logical brain. So that's why these markets are very irrational, because people don't get to the logical brain. They basically, the emotional brain is like a bouncer of the brain. So that's why we have these extreme outcomes. And why I want to share with you this is because the extreme outcomes goes both ways. We have the top crazy bullishness extreme outcome, but then we have the crazy bearishness outcome. And right now we are in the crazy bearishness outcome. If you look at the crypto Twitter or news in general, everybody is so freaking negative. Everybody is saying, okay, this is going to be long bear market, and it's going to be 10-year bear market. And I look at that and I'm like, yeah, it could. However, it always is the same thing. It's the same song and dance. In the last, I remember in 2017 bull run, everybody was saying, right now cryptocurrencies are getting made crazy adoption. We are never going to go down. I remember being saying, like, I remember thinking it myself. I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, why would we go down? The cryptocurrencies new paradigm, and then we crashed. And then in the bear market, everybody's saying, everybody's like, cryptocurrencies are dead. Like that's it. Like that's what it is. And that was extreme bearishness. And then boom, we had a new bull run. And in this new bull run, basically everybody was saying cryptocurrencies are never going to go. We have NFTs right now. We have new companies coming in. We have institutional investors. We have Three Arrows Capital was screaming and taking tons of leverage. And look what happened. We came back here. Okay, extreme outcome. And boom, we came back here. Right now, we are in the bear market. Everybody's saying we are like, this is it. Markets will never recover. There's war happening. There's everything's like, no, don't like, people are right now screaming, don't buy. They are not buying anything. I'm like, what? Right now everything is so down. Like, I'm buying, because it's always the extreme outcome. So then we have these extreme outcomes. We have the bear market here, however it lasts, and then again we get the bull run. Okay, and it's all because simply just 25 cognitive bias. So don't be like, my mentor always says, like, there's different people say this, but basically don't become bitch of your own brain. Okay, don't become bitch of your own brain. And you become bitch of your own brain if you let your emotions guide you. There's place and reason for emotions, 100%, 100%. But my best, whatever I have got, it's always because I've been logical. When I ever like follow emotion, it's rarely it's like 50% right and 50% wrong. But if you look at logic, you can get like very high percents. So it's called companies use kind of like, it's kind of Six Sigma. So you have like 0.0001 mistakes in every million actions you take. So that's basically the like the odds that you want to bet against. Because again, one of my mentors said, like, odds are beach. You don't like, if you look at like people who do lottery and stuff like that. The odds are so against you that it's not even, it's insane. So I'm not doing that. I'm betting where the odds are not against me. But Warren Buffett also says, and Charlie Munger, like, find things where the odds are with you and stay there. Like, that's what they have been doing. They have been finding things where and investments and strategies where odds are not against them, and they just do that. And in the long term, the money compounds and they will win. Okay. So I hope that this helped you. This is a very like a high level thought and high level kind of like overview what happens. If you look at other YouTubers, literally no one else is talking about this. Like literally no one is talking about this. In later on, I believe in like 50 years or 100 years, people like this will become normal thing, that for example in education systems, whatever if they are evolving into, this will be taught like 25 cognitive bias. It's very important. So be sure that you study them. You can check out the website 25 cognitive biases to study them, and also buy Poor Charlie's Almanac on Amazon. So it's called Poor Charlie's Almanac. It's a blue book, very huge book. At the end of the chapter, Charlie Munger goes over all of the 25 cognitive biases. So check that out. And also on YouTube, you can just type in 25 cognitive biases by Charlie Munger. There's a Charlie Munger's talk, like 1 hour or 2 hours long, where he goes over 25 cognitive biases. That's great material to study. And again, these are world's best investors, and they think that 25 cognitive biases are the best, like the most important thing. So that's like I'm been studying then. And if you want to like but get the one thing, like what's the number one cognitive bias of all, it's reward and pain tendencies. So basically, humans, if you read Sigmund Freud, Civilization and its Discontents, the chapter 2 talks about like where humans get basically like how humans find happiness. And humans basically, our brain is literally like 0 and 1. It's from pain to reward. That's what it's all about. Okay, so if you can hear, you can see here the extremes like pain to reward. So humans go crazy here in the reward, and now as the pain goes, they shy away. So you want to rewire that. You want to, as everything else you want is going up and everything is after reward. You want to be like, okay, I want to sell now. It's pain to sell now because everything is going up so much. But I think that everybody else is wrong, so I'm going to sell right now. And as we are right now in the bear market and everything is down, everybody else is selling right now. I'm like, I have to switch my brain. Okay, everybody is still selling. I need to be buying right now. Because you always, if you follow the herd is like almost always wrong. If you study history, like just study, open history book and read, and you can see that the herd, like think about, they were hunting witches. They were hunting freaking witches. I mean, it's ridiculous. So the herd is like herd mentality. Try to avoid that. Try to avoid herd mentality. That's why you can see in my videos, there's like 50 views on these videos. Or 30 views or something like that. Because not like this is so this is so out of reach on other people's brain. They can't understand this and they don't want to hear this message because it's such a truth. They rather just go look at charts where someone is on trading view and drawing lines here. Think about how stupid this is. Like you take this chart and you draw a freaking line here. Okay, so it's going down, so it's more likely to go down. But it's not like, it's like, yeah, sure, like it's going down, so it's more likely to go down, but it's more likely also to go up. Like based on the chart, like you know, like they basically say, okay, so I draw this line here, so it's basically showing it goes up, but it can also go down. Like, yeah, no shit, it can go up or down. So that's why, like, it's ridiculous that people watch that stuff. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I hope that it's crazy. So if you look at the Forbes 100 list, like people who make crazy money are long-term investors. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. That's why I share this stuff. And if you like this video, smash the like. And you can also see my products in the description. And some people are like, why do you charge for some of your stuff? I'm like, really? Like really? Like I'm not even going to answer that question, to be honest. Like really? If I have one? Come on, man. See you at the memberships if you are about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not the financial advisor. Thank you so much and peace out.